Funny how quiet the room gets when you finally stop reaching out first, isn't it? You ever sit in the dark and just listen to that silence? It is heavy. It presses against your chest. The moment you stop holding the bridges together, they just collapse. And you are left standing on the edge, staring into the gap, wondering if anyone was ever really holding the other side at all. Or if you were just carrying the weight of the entire relationship, the entire friendship, the entire illusion, all by yourself. You gave them everything. You poured your soul into empty cups. You handed out second chances like they were free to people who didn't even deserve a first. You set yourself on fire just to keep them warm. And what did they do? They complained about the smoke. They took your warmth, turned their backs, and left you in the ashes. It hurts, doesn't it? That cold physical ache in your chest when the realization finally hits you. You were playing a game where the rules were rigged from the start. You thought loyalty was a currency. You thought if you just loved them enough, cared enough, bled enough, forgave enough, they would finally see your value. What a beautiful, tragic joke. You thought your goodness would inspire them to be good. But darkness doesn't learn from light. It just swallows it. Let me break down exactly what happened to you. And I want you to listen to me very closely, because this is the psychological truth they will never admit. They didn't leave you because you weren't enough. I need you to write that down in your mind in permanent ink. They left you because you were too much. You were a walking mirror, reflecting everything they lacked. Your loyalty magnified their guilt. Your genuine heart exposed their fake one. Your honesty was a spotlight on their lies. People who operate in the shadows cannot stand the light. They couldn't stand the standard you set, so instead of rising to meet you, they tried to drag you down into their mud. They needed you to be broken so they wouldn't feel so inadequate. They needed to tear you down to their level just to feel like they weren't drowning alone in their own toxicity. And for a second, they thought they won. They watched you cry. They watched you ask for closure. They watched you try to fix what they shattered. And they smiled. Yes, they did. Because to a damaged, empty mind, the fact that you are suffering over them is the ultimate proof of their power. They don't want your love. They want your reaction. They feed off your emotional turbulence. It proves to them that they matter. It proves that they can control you. But what they fail to realize is that by breaking your heart, they accidentally shattered the illusion you had of them. Right now, you are probably sitting there agonizing over the why. Why did they lie? Why did they choose someone else? Why couldn't they just be honest? You are dissecting every conversation, every text message, every shared look, desperately searching for the moment you became unlovable to them. You are waiting for closure. You want them to sit down with you, look you in the eyes, and explain their betrayal so that your brain can finally file it away and rest. Let me save you years of torment. Closure is a myth. It is a scam designed to keep you engaged with toxic people. You will never get a satisfactory answer from a liar. You will never get the truth from someone whose entire identity is built on deception and manipulation. Their actions were the closure. The disrespect was the closure. The silence was the closure. You do not need them to officially end the chapter. You close the book yourself. You slam it shut, you lock it, and you walk away, waiting for an apology from someone who knew exactly what they were doing when they hurt you is like expecting a thief to return what they stole just because you asked nicely. It is naive, it is weak, and it is entirely beneath you. You have to accept that some people are simply lessons. They are not meant to be a permanent part of your story. They are meant to teach you how to protect your energy. This is the exact moment where the story changes. This is the chapter where you stop crying over locked doors and you burn the damn house down. Not with anger. Listen to me very carefully. Anger is a trap. Anger is loud. Anger is messy. Anger is a predictable emotional reaction that shows them they still have a remote control to your emotions. When you get angry, when you lash out, when you send those long paragraphs explaining how much they hurt you, you are handing them the exact validation they crave. You are screaming, "Look how much you matter to me. Look how much power you hold over my mental state." No, we don't do anger anymore. We destroy them with something far more terrifying: absolute clinical detachment. You see, people treat you like a backup plan because you keep acting like one. You keep leaving the window open, hoping they will crawl back in, realize they made a mistake, and apologize. Shut the window, lock the door, build a concrete wall over the doorframe. No one is coming back to clean up the mess they made in your soul. You have to sweep up the glass yourself. Let's talk about the architecture of silence. People have this filthy habit of underestimating the quiet. They think if you aren't screaming, if you aren't fighting back, if you aren't bleeding out loud for everyone to see, then you are weak. They think they got away with it. But silence is where monsters are born, forged, and sharpened. You withdraw your energy. You take back your time. You cut the access cord completely. You let them lose you, completely and permanently. Silence is the most deafening sound in the universe to someone who is used to your begging. When you start moving in silence, they panic. Dark psychology teaches us that manipulators rely entirely on predictability. They mapped you out. They know what buttons to push to make you sad. They know what lies to tell to make you stay. But silence is an empty room. They scream into the dark, and nothing echoes back. They cannot manipulate what they cannot see. They cannot gaslight someone who isn't speaking to them. When you stop posting your pain on the internet, when you stop seeking validation, when you just vanish into your own relentless focus, it drives them absolutely insane. They will start asking about you. They will try to peek over the fence to see if you are still bleeding. They will use mutual friends to check your temperature. They want to know if you are ruined. But you won't be ruined. You will be rebuilding. You are going to take all that pain, all that profound betrayal, every single lie they fed you, and you are going to use it as fuel. Pain is the greatest currency in the world if you know how to spend it. Most people spend their pain on alcohol, on complaining, on depression, on begging for the past to change. Not you. You are going to spend your pain on your future. You are going to build an empire out of the very bricks they threw at your head. You will work in the shadows. You will study, you will train, you will elevate your mind, your body, and your finances. You will become so completely obsessed with your own evolution that the memory of their betrayal starts to look like a tiny, insignificant speck in the rearview mirror of your life. The old you has to die. The old you who forgave disrespect. The old you who needed external validation. You mourn that version of yourself, and then you bury him in the dirt. He was a good person, but he was too soft for a world that survives on teeth and claws. What rises from that grave is something they cannot handle. A version of you that requires absolutely zero validation from the outside world. Do you know how dangerous a man becomes when he no longer needs to be liked? He becomes untouchable. Think about the psychological concept of intermittent reinforcement. It is the exact same tactic used in casinos to keep gamblers addicted. They gave you just enough breadcrumbs of love to keep you starving, but never enough to make you full. A good morning text here, a cold shoulder there, a warm embrace on Monday, a toxic argument on Tuesday. They rewired your brain to be addicted to their chaos. You aren't missing them. You are going through dopamine withdrawal. Your brain is craving the chaotic high of trying to fix them. Recognize this for what it is. It is a chemical illusion. You are detoxing from a poison disguised as love. Once you understand the science of your pain, it stops being a tragedy and starts becoming a strategy. You take a step back and you observe. You become clinical. You look at human behavior not with emotion, but with pure data. When someone lies to you, it is data. When someone betrays you, it is data. You don't get mad at data. You just adjust your formula. If they prove they are a liability, you cut them from the equation, period. No second chances. No long conversations about how they hurt your feelings. Just an immediate, silent eviction from your life. You owe them absolutely nothing. Not an explanation. Not a goodbye. Not a single second of your mental bandwidth. They lost the privilege of knowing you the moment they decided your loyalty was a weakness to be exploited. And here is the most poetic part of it all. Here is the absolute, unavoidable truth of human nature. They will come back. They always do. Toxic people always return to the scene of the crime. It might take 6 months, it might take a year, but one day, the world is going to stop treating them like they are special. The people they chose over you will inevitably betray them, because toxic people only attract other toxic people. When they finally realize that finding someone with a heart as pure and a loyalty as deep as the one they destroyed is statistically impossible, they will come looking for that warmth again. They will knock on your door with their empty cups, holding a carefully crafted, fake apology. They will say they have changed. They will say they made a massive mistake. They will tell you that they have been thinking about you. They will try to unlock the door to your life with keys that no longer fit the lock. And what will you do? Will you yell? Will you tell them how much they hurt you? Will you seek revenge? No. You will look right through them. You will look at them with the cold, dead eyes of a perfect stranger. Because to you, that is exactly what they are. A stranger who just happens to share the face of someone you used to know. The ultimate revenge is not doing to them what they did to you. The ultimate revenge is that they lose their power to affect your heart rate. It is looking at the person who almost destroyed you and feeling absolutely nothing. No hate, no love, just a chilling, suffocating indifference. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them closure. You don't owe them a single second of your breath. Because the person who used to live in your body, the person who loved them, the person who would have accepted that apology, he is dead. He died in the cold so that the king could be born. They killed him. And they have to live with the ghost of what they lost for the rest of their miserable lives. So let them starve. I want you to let that phrase echo in your mind. Let them starve. Starve them of your attention. Starve them of your words. Starve them of your forgiveness. Let them sit in the dark they created. Let them live the rest of their cyclical, pathetic lives, knowing that they held a diamond in their hands and threw it in the dirt because they didn't know how to polish it. Let them watch from a distance as you rise. Let them see your success. Let them hear about your victories. Let them realize that the greatest thing that ever happened to you was them walking away. Because it is the truth. Their departure was not a tragedy. It was a graduation. It forced you to stop relying on external validation. It forced you to become your own savior. You learned how to walk in the dark without holding anyone's hand. You learned how to turn your tears into concrete. You learned that you are the only permanent thing in your life. Keep your circle small and your walls high. Do not rush to trust again. Make people earn every single inch of ground they take in your life. Let them prove their loyalty through consistency, not through words. Words are cheap. Watch their feet, not their mouths. Watch what they do when you have nothing to offer them. Watch how they act when you tell them no. They broke you once, they had their fun, but the game is over. The old you is dead, and the new you does not negotiate. They broke you once, never again. Let them starve.